Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, anywhere where you guys are. My name is Cash, and from Cloud Soldier channel. Today, in this exercise, what we'll be doing, implement or deploy SQL database and SQL server in using ARM template. And joining with me is my student Omar with me. Hello, Omar.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. If you remember, in our last exercise, we deployed a web app
Yep.
using ARM template, and we to deploy a web app, we need to have an app plan service, and when we done that, if you remember this, that was a code.
Yep.
So what I'm gonna, I think I've already uploaded this to our GitHub. We'll do it again. So in today's exercise, what we'll do, we will implement an SQL database and in our Azure portal over here, and we'll be using a template. In our last exercise, we created a template. Oh, we did not delete this app. So what we'll do, we just delete this. We don't need it. Just delete that. Just to save some money. We should have deleted this before. So just type delete. Right, yes. So I hope you all guys know how to use VS Code. You can download this tool. It's free of charge from internet. If you Google and search for Microsoft Visual Studio Code, it's free download for your Windows operating system or Mac. And then after that, we installed extension. One of the extension we did that was Azure ARM templates, Azure's ARM tools. So this will help us to code our resources. Shall we start?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that. I have already kind of like steps it. Everything is all documentation is here. So we can go to our Microsoft documentation for our SQL server and for documentation of for database. So let's first of all let's create a new file, and we call it sqldb.json.
Okay.
And if we type it ARM, should give you the whole schema. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So I have all. So what we are doing, we are deploying resources in here, such as first of all, we'll do our SQL server, because SQL database is dependent on SQL server. Just like in web app, when we created web app is dependent on app plan service. So similarly, SQL database is dependent on SQL server. Same thing. So what we'll do, we go to our code in SQL server. And so what I've done already in my documentation, I've already created this code. If I go to my notepad, so what we will do, so we just copy this it's 4 lines. Actually, just copy this and I explain to you what's all that about. Don't need this. So just copy that and we just leave this as, just to explain again what we have done here, just leave it this as string. And this is also secure string. String. Right, so yes, right. So type is Microsoft SQL Server, API version is this one, name we can call it whatever we want to call it, just say cache SQL Server, and location it will pick up from where our resource group is. So that's a function. You there, Umar?
Yeah, I am.
Yes, line number 12.
Yeah.
So this location means that where is our resource group is, that will pick up the location from there. And our resource group we created manually in our Azure portal. Right, and now what else left? If you go and have a look. So similarly, what we'll do, we create our another resource which is SQL database.
Yep.
So if you just copy that and comma after next resource, yeah. So you can see type SQL Server, and I can come back to line 21 what we have done over here. Location it will pick up from same as there. The SKU we keeping it basic, tier basic. In properties we left it empty, but we still have to put properties. And this line number 28 means depends on Microsoft server
SQL
and the name we change it to cache SQL Server. Yeah.
Yep. So first is type and second is name.
That's it. Thank you very much. Type is server. The reason we put this function here, format, and we put the placeholder 0 and 1, this means we need to append our SQL Server with this database. Append means that we need to add something to make sure it is connected with this application database. So this is a format function with the /0 and 1. So 0 is for SQL Server and 1 is for sqldb, for the app-db. And we can call it, what did we call it? And we can keep it if you want to app-db. It's up to you. So we just leave it like that. And now we create parameters for login and password in over here. Yeah.
Yep.
So we copy the parameters from here. Yeah. So the type is string and the parameter is called SQLLogin, and we'll define the values in our template when we deploy this. Same thing we do for another parameter for our password, and this time this is secure login. Oops, 1 second. What we have done? Yes, so we're back. There was a curly bracket missing on top. So what we have just done, I removed the name to whatever you want to replace it by controlling F. I can show you again. So in this example, what we do, control F, and I want to change the name of my app.db. So anywhere app.db in the code, app.db, change this to replace it to with cache.db. Okay, so that's done. Right, so we created these two parameters, SQLLogin, SQLPassword, and all, and then we added these parameters in our properties of our SQL server. As you can see, parameters in the curly brackets, not curly brackets, the normal bracket, SQLLogin, and the SQLPassword. Yeah, so we added that like way. So this is completed now. So what we'll do, close that. We just copy all that. I will add this also in our GitHub. So if I go to file, control A, you can say control A, copy. We go to our portal and create new template. So create I think we created this last time. If you go to template, what was it? Okay, let's create a new template. If you go here, template, this one, template deployment.
Yes. Yeah, this one.
Create.
Yeah, just press on it instead of the arrow.
Sorry. Oh, yes, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, create.
Yes. Custom.
And build your own template in the editor.
Yes.
And just remove all that. Copy. Yeah. And save. And we go with we've got already selected UK South, so SQLLogin, we can call it SQL user. Yeah.
Yep.
And password we can call it PASSWORD 123 exclamation. Review and create. So deployment in progress. Yeah.
Yep.
So let's, when it's deployed, we can come back. So while that resource is deploying, so what we can do, we can add that code. So I add this SQL database code. So if you need to deploy again, you can pick up from my GitHub. So here, so create a new file. So the file is there already. And okay, just add that file here. And commit changes. So next time we need to create, we can copy this from there, commit. Yeah, so that's done. Yeah, so we got for web app and we've got for SQL database. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just put this link again in our documentation. GitHub link for SQL DB and server ARM script. Okay. Actually, I put the whole code if you guys need to have it. And if I go to my GitHub now, and GitHub, so if I go to repositories, search for ARM and so this is my GitHub also, and I've also copied that. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So if you go back to our resources, you can see it's been deployed. No error found. All good. Go to resources. And yes, we can see that cache SQL server created and cache DB created.
Yeah.
And if you remember our past exercises, if you go database, and how do we log on to this database? Query editor.
Yeah.
So SQL user is already there. So the password we put in again, PASSWORD 123 exclamation mark. Click OK. And oh, tell me what's that? Because we have to allow this IP
Oh,
to
yeah.
access that. Allow this IP access. So click OK. Here we go. So we are into database, yeah? Perfect. So I hope you understood. So to reiterate again, sorry, are you okay?
Me.
No, I'm saying, did you get it? What we have done?
Yeah.
So we logged into database, and you can see the tables, views, and stored procedure. Then you can add tables. So we'll successfully log on to our database, and we created a SQL server. Yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we did also the last time.
Sure. So now we did deploy by using ARM template. So basically what we have done, just to reiterate again, so we deployed an Azure SQL database using ARM template. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and so this is done, all done. So hopefully this is quite informative for you, and please comment if you need if you got any questions, or if you're stuck anywhere. I'll be happy to reply in comments, and see you in our next videos. Thank you very much, Umar, for your help.
Thank you.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye.